So, wanted to get you on the horn. Wanted to really talk. Obviously, I've seen you quite a bit at live events and stuff like that. It's been awesome. Just saw you in Vegas not too long ago. But man, you are one of the 30 that we have accepted so far into this 90-day business challenge, and you know that it's by application and by interview only. We're not just letting anybody and everybody into this thing, even though that we're accepting people of all different types. Rehabbers, wholesalers, newbies, inexperienced people. We're accepting all different types of people. But I know you've been at this for a while, and kind of what has been like your biggest problem? If you had to sum it up, man, like, what has been your biggest problem that you have inside of your business that you know you're just totally sick of?
Uh, that would probably be financing, funding.
Funding?
Hmm.
What about the funding side? I
Funding.
mean, what about the funding side? You've got plenty of deals, you just can't find the actual funding to tap into that, or like, tell me a little bit more about it.
Well, I would say a little bit of everything. Um, to be quite honest with you, I didn't take the business as seriously as I should have, and it's bigger than just finding good deals, knowing how to close them out, knowing how to market. You've got to set a foundation. At least for me, I need to set a foundation that's suitable for the things that I want to do, for the marketing, for the times when I need extra cash, for for just about everything. And I didn't have that. Well, what I lacked more than anything, Glenn, was the understanding. I didn't have the in the beginning stages, and I consider you one of my favorite mentors. But in the beginning stages, I learned as I went along. I didn't have anybody looking over my shoulder and said, "Steve, don't do that. Steve, you should do this." And I went to a lot of seminars, of course, just like a lot of other guys did. But the things that they were teaching was just, excuse my language, was just pure garbage. And it wasn't things that I could use in the real world, especially out here in Houston, Texas. So I'm getting all this, been feeding all this stuff, and I know it's garbage, but I'm trying to sort through some of that stuff.
Yep.
To make matters worse, is the funding. Uh, I don't know how to explain it, but I didn't have enough funding to get through the times where the bullshit was so deep that I had to dig my way out of it.
Gotcha.
And so I had to do it part by part.
Gotcha. So funding is your number one issue. We can find deals, left and right. I mean, because the systems are there. Um, what has that felt like? Not being able to have the funding, that you really need to sift through and do these deals. It's got to be really, really frustrating. Like, what? I'm sure you've tried to even solve this problem before. Like, um, what does it felt like not being able to have the funding available to reach your max?
Well, uh, really frustrating. However, I've sort of addressed that, and I'm working on it as we speak. And so, probably in the next 6 months to a year, that'll never be an issue again.
Cool. Um, why did you join this challenge? I mean, there's been over 300 people that have applied at this point. We've accepted a little bit over 30. We're going to keep accepting the right people into this groups of all different, skill levels or whatnot. Why did you apply to it, man? Like, why?
Well, to make a long story short, um, not that bright. I need a lot of training and so forth, but I did it for the relationship with you. I've known you now for going on 5 years. Um, Apart from the training, we don't have a relationship.
Yep.
And this is and now I'm ready to move forward. And this would be a great opportunity to demonstrate that I can do certain things, and we can do beyond just a student mentor relationship, and actually have a business, somewhat of a
Nice.
business relationship. That's why.
Gotcha.
Thank
Makes
you.
sense. So, man, if you had to, I mean, we're starting this thing April 2, and you know me for a long time. I'm not the type of guy that I want to get onto the bike and try to figure out how to ride this thing on April 2nd. I don't really want to do that. I'm more of the person that on April 2nd, I'm already going to be on that bike. All I've got to do is just start pedaling. That's me. That's always been me. So there's a lot of things that you and I are going to have to do, and the rest of the group is going to have to do in order to be able to be on that bike before April 2nd. And I mean, you've been at this for a long time. You know that, in this 90 days, you're going to give us your all. We're going to give you our all on everything because we're here to do deals with you. I mean, period. That's the way I make money is doing deals. And if I don't do deals with you, it's kind of a wasted opportunity for me. That's why we have to pick the right people to get onto this bus that I can do deals with. We're ending this on July 2, okay? Which is really the ending of this 90-day challenge, but it's really the start of your new life into your business, the way that I like to look at it. Steve, what does your business look like? July 3rd. I mean, you've went through this whole process. July 3rd, man. Like, what do you want your business to look like? If you opened up a book, right, and if you closed that chapter of the 90-day, challenge, and you closed it, you get to smile, and you open up the book and it's like chapter number 13, and it says Steve's new business, and here's what it looks like. What does that look like? What am I going to read in that book? Dude, I got chills just even saying that.
Well, I pray and I hope that it would look somewhere along the line that I'm doing this full time. I can support my family and my business, and I can finally move forward with all the things that I wanted to do in real estate. Listen, I love real estate. That's the one thing. It's something that I've done a few things in my life, but I've always loved real estate. I mean, I have a passion for that, helping people, making boatloads of money, and having fun at the same time.
Yep.
So that would be my ideal world because it's always changing. But to have fun and make money, boatloads of money at the same time, and helping people out at the same time, what can be better?
It's a win. It's a win. It's a win, win,
That's the
win,
way.
and that's exactly what we like to do. So, dude, that's awesome. Obviously we're very, very excited. I've been doing a lot of calls like this with people, and let me tell you something, dude. You are walking into probably one of the most amazing groups that I've ever put together, and I'm dead serious by saying that. Um, I know that you've been to events of ours in the past. You kind of know what we have into the rooms, but let me tell you, I've been doing a lot of calls like this with people. I love everybody, and you know what? They're bringing a lot to the group. I mean, I love how we're doing this application and interview process. It is really bringing us great people that is gonna, have a lot of impact inside of your business, not just mine. So, just know that you are walking into a family. You're not walking into anything else other than a family, and we're all on that family with that. And I'm very excited to have you on. Very excited. Um,
Thank you.
If you have any questions for me, put that into the Facebook group. That's where all of our communication is going and everything. You know that. Check that a few times a day. Um,
Okay.
but is there any other questions that you have for me onto the line right now that I can answer for you right now before we really officially get this thing kicked off and started April 2?
Well, yeah, I'll do it. I was going to ask you uh, if this training is going to be equivalent or similar to David Goggins' type of training. I have to know.
Um,
And before you answer that question, I want you to hear this. I've seen the difference from you when you went through that process, both you
with Goggins?
and the other. Yes.
Yeah.
and you're completely different. Your mentality is completely different.
Yeah, it's a stronger mind. It's a stronger mind, and
So do we could
my the answer is yes. The answer is yes. I mean, obviously, I love David Goggins to death, and the answer is yes. I mean, he's really taught me how to be a lot stronger mentally, as you can see, and he's also taught me the power of anything is possible. You know, that really
yeah,
truly is anything is possible. So yes, we're going to be doing a lot of training styles like that for sure. I mean, um, it's not going to be on the physical side, but it is going to be on the business side for sure.
that's what I
So
need.
yes, cool. All right, man.
That's
Well,
what I need.
if you got anything else, hit us up into that Facebook group. I have an army of people in there, you know, ready to answer questions or whatnot. We're officially kicking off April 2nd. I'm super jazzed to have you on. If you need anything, hit me up in there. And there will be to do starting next week of this thing. So if you need anything, let us know, brother.
I'll give you 100%.
All right. Likewise. All right. See you, man. Good
Thank you.
talking. Yep. Bye.
Bye bye.